A new day, a new dating dilemma.
Oh boy, professional matchmaker Erica Carbartes from It's Just Lunch Chicago is here to tell us how to spot a stasher. So we've talked about a lot of different things out there that you could get. Now you could get a stasher.
Yeah, stashing is the newest craze and phrase of the dating world these days. And a lot of people are being stashed and they don't even realize it. So stashing is when you're dating somebody and they are either intentionally or unintentionally hiding you from their friends and family. They're not introducing you. So they're basically stashing you away for themselves.
And there it looks like your first key, it doesn't introduce you to your family or friends is defined as it? Are there a few other ones?
Yeah, and basically if the time keeps ticking is a way to know if you're being stashed. So, if you're dating somebody and it's been like a month to 6 months and you're in a relationship and they haven't introduced you to their family and friends yet, it's a huge red flag.
Okay. So I was going to say, because nobody wants to take their, someone home to their mom a month in.
Oh, gosh, no. Okay. I would say, but, I think relationship timelines are different for everyone. Maybe a month you see each other every day. It's going to be different than somebody who sees each other once a week for 3 months. So kind of figure out where you're at relationship-wise. But if it's about 3 months and you haven't met anybody, it's probably not a good sign.
So now we saw pop up, it said doesn't introduce you to your family or friends, but there's also keeping you all to themselves, and there's causing feelings of insecurity. Can you elaborate on those a little bit?
Yeah, it's definitely frustrating if you're being stashed. Why is this person doing this? Are they embarrassed of me? Do they not want me to be a special part of their lives? Another way is social media shout out is when you can tell somebody's stashing you. So I think a lot of people, for some people, it's really important to go online and have a social mention or tag yourself online with a photo. But if they're not doing that when you're in a relationship, it's also probably a red flag.
Well, it sounds scary.
And there are the other three sides. It says time keeps ticking, social media shout out, not part of the conversation. Those are the three telltale signs of stashing?
Yeah, and the conversation part, that's, when they're omitting you from plans. So a good example is if you're sitting with your partner, maybe watching the football game, and their friend calls and said, hey, what did you do last night? And they said, oh, I went to a movie. It was great.
Okay, you said social media shut out, though. What if I'm a poster and he's not, though? He doesn't post a lot, so...
Yeah, that's a great point, actually. A lot of people like to keep that private. So if they're not into it, just let it go. Okay. If they never post, it's not really a big deal. The problem is if they're a consistent poster and they tag themselves. Yeah, it's annoying.
Now, here's my question, Erica, and I got to defend men in this one, I feel like, a little bit.
Here we go.
But this pertains to either gender. What if you're in that position where, you've been in a couple relationships, you've been burned, they've met your children, they met your family, they met your friends, everybody's attached to them, and it doesn't work out. So maybe you're just really cautious and like, hey, let's explore this privately and let's make sure it's to that point. Then we'll open you up to the public because I don't want to have people reinvest and reinvest and reinvest only to be burned. Is that a fair thing?
No, I completely agree. And I think that's the point. Some people don't even realize they're stashing people. But if you have a conversation, that's my biggest advice. If you think you're being stashed, have a conversation. It sounds hard, but it's not. Because a lot of times it could be something that happened in the past. Maybe your family's crazy and you don't want to introduce your significant other.
You should know.
Exactly.
Before you get too far in, things you should
When's
know.
the best time to meet the family and friends? When did you advise to do that so we're not accused of being stashers?
Exactly. And women are stashers too. It's not just men. We all do it. But I think the best time is when you feel like this could be something serious. If you want to introduce your partner to someone who's special in your life, your best friend, your mother, your father, your brother, when you think it's going to go somewhere, definitely introduce them.
I've got a good one.
Okay.
So the holidays are coming right now. It's October. Say said person who's single, guy meets a really cute girl, really cool, they're getting along really well. It's, let's say, November 1 when this happens. Thanksgiving's at the end of the month. What do they do for something like that? Is that crazy to say, hey, family, pass the mashed potatoes. Dante wants some of the mashed potatoes. Do you bring him over? How do you do that?
It's really dependent on the two of you. Like I said, everyone goes at their own pace. So don't be offended if they don't invite you, even if you've been a couple months in, because, maybe that person it's a big deal to bring somebody home. So yes, if you feel comfortable, do it. But if you don't get invited, don't be offended. Everybody goes at their own pace.
And a guy would be an idiot to get a girlfriend right before Christmas.
Yeah. So many gifts.
Stop.
Just kidding, Erica. That was great stuff. Really appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. All right, for more on Erica's matchmaking services, go to itsjustlunchchicago.com. It's just lunch.